Lagos state government on Wednesday warned residents of the state to comply with all restriction measures imposed by the authorities to curb the spread of coronavirus amid the second wave of the pandemic. According to Punch newspapers, Lagosians who violate the 12 a.m. to 4 a.m. curfew imposed by the federal government and other protocols would be fined up to 500,000 naira when caught. The government stressed that all churches in the state must respect the curfew in place and avoid physical crossover services and large gatherings on December 31st, 2020. Lagos State Commissioner for Information and Strategy, Mr. Gbenga Omotosho, stated this in an interview with the national newspaper. He said, if you flout any of these rules, you can be fined, you will be taken to court and the magistrate will decide on the sanction. The fine can be between 20,000 naira and 500,000 naira. It depends on the magistrate's discretion. But if it is not just about punishing people are being advised to take responsibility. The regulations were rolled out as an advisory and people have been obeying, while people who have disobeyed have faced the consequences. Okay. But what I don't even get is that now, if the pandemic, of course, I'm not even trying to dispute what the measures they are putting in place, but at times I just begin to wonder. No, let's say between now, because as from what they are telling us, the COVID-19 is there and they are trying to curb it. So does it mean it's the COVID-19 will start from that particular time to 4 a.m., that 12 a.m. to 4 a.m. So what happens before then? So people can gather as many, they can gather as they like before that time. So at that time, the coronavirus will not be available. So from that 12 a.m. to 4 p.m., that is when the coronavirus will just come out. Or is it going to be announcing itself that, oh, I'm around. So this at the time you don't come. Or maybe they have meeting with the coronavirus. I don't understand. Because what I believe is that what is worth doing, it's worth doing well. So after that 4 a.m., so the next morning, so everybody will start what they want to do. Or I don't know. Does it mean it's going to be close of a church service from now on? I don't understand this logic. I don't understand this logic. Aside this crossover night, does it mean people have not been gathering? These are the questions I'm begging for answers. People can gather together in the market without observing COVID-19 rules, but could not come together to serve God. Continue to deceive yourself. When time comes, everyone will give account of their stewardship on earth. It shall never be well with Sanwo-Olu. God will judge him, and it shall never be well with him. Sanwo-Olu, you one of the worst governor Lagos has ever experienced. I pity you. This is ridiculous. How we curfew from 12 a.m. to 4 a.m. curb the spread of coronavirus? Why are you people targeting crossover services? I don't understand. It's not a matter of targeting crossover service. But if people say that, that is their opinion. They are entitled to their opinion based on what they are saying and what they are seeing and what the government is saying. So, like I said, and I asked the question, so between that time, that is when the coronavirus is going to come out, or people cannot even go and gather. Well, a weekly deadline for NIN, government created mammoth crowd at all the local governments and secretariat. They not think of COVID-19, but when it comes to religious gathering, especially Christians, now so then go they show muzzle. God punish all of them. No, if they have an agenda, definitely they are going to pay for that, because it's beat my imagination. Even that time when the coronavirus or when the lockdown, they were still observing the first wave, because this one they are saying it is second wave. When the first wave was ongoing I remember Ogun State, they would tell you Monday, Tuesday, don't go out. I'm just giving an example, it might not be, but that was what they were doing. 2 days on, 3 days off. The corona day will tell you that this is the day they are coming. They always have meeting with the corona that we are coming so day. So just tell your people not to come out. Though these days we are not going to come out. I don't even understand it. And they will tell you, oh, you can open market from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. or 4 p.m. Just stipulating the time. It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense. And that is what is giving a lot of people this kind of a mindset that, yes, these guys, they are up to something. Crossover or not, the Church of Christ will continue forever. Of course, of course. But it's just that, in my opinion, you can pray anywhere, you can do whatever you want to do anywhere. Nobody, if somebody padlocks your mouth, so nobody can padlock your heart, because you can pray within your from inside. But the question of this attitude of specifying some particular time that when people should move and when people should not move, as if they have coronavirus meeting, that this is when it's going to come out. That is what is baffling. God is watching all of you. When you were doing political rallies, none of you political leaders remember COVID-19. Of course, he was even the one of the people heading or leading the rallies in Ondo State. It was always going back and forth, and they saw the kind of crowd they gathered. They gathered the crowd. Believe you me, had it been there was this thing election, these guys would have gone ahead. Antichrist in disguise. God will punish you now. Seyi Makinde is the best governor. Lagos State, Holy Ghost fire. Of course, that one has even said that they can go for crossover. This government is too bad. Just imagine what they are saying. God will kill them one by one. Antichrist gradually manifesting. Believers should stand up and talk to God. I think that's just it. That's the way it is. Nobody can fight God. That's what I believe. Sanwo-Olu. You will never escape this what you are doing. God himself will judge you. Let truth prevail. God will surely judge you. You guys are just ranting. Clueless governments everywhere. Send out your soldiers to kill again. You are the biggest fool on earth. Sanwo-Olu don't enter wahala. He don't enter wahala. My oga, they try, but make him take her easy. That money is too small. They can make that in seconds. Okay, but even when the COVID was serious, we celebrate Salah and there was no going whatever. Sanwo-Olu is a real disappointment. This is the other white country problem. They have been using face mask in white country as long before COVID-19. Now they are bringing it and their illness to us. Our government know what is going on. Antichrist, devil incarnate in disguise, unreasonable order. You people are not serious, both the Sanwo-Olu and co. If I eventually catch any of you, Sanwo-Olu is doomed. The worst administration Lagos State ever had. It's always money in bullion vans. Why not a sentence? Instead of finding them 500,000 naira, government should also be fined for poor health system in the country, and that should come first because it has violated the rights of our citizens. All the bad things that they are doing, nobody is going to take them to court. No. The kind of mess we found ourselves. These guys created it, the so-called politicians, but are they suffering for it? No, they are not suffering for it. They are not paying for all of those atrocities. Nigerians crossover service is about us, but for good of the nation. If the federal government decides to penalize the defaulter, so be it. After all, we can pray to God right from our homes. So guys, leave your comments and let us know your thoughts on this. Thank you.